In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
What's up guys, welcome to my channel, and we're going to go back and play Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. And I'm going to be talking to you guys about how this game it's something I've never thought about actually, but it's something that I've been actually getting really good at analyzing and seeing, is that all types of media and video games have a propaganda in it, and that Metal Gear Solid, the series, is satanic, and that Solid Snake is actually evil, and that there's symbols in the game and propaganda, and I'm going to tell you guys everything about it. So first of all, we're just talking about the symbols here. We see this like looks like a nuclei amino acid, or like some kind of like hydrogen chain, carbon chain, I'm not sure, but it looks like it's a hexagram, right? You see that symbol? And that symbol is a six-sided, six-pointed shape, and it's pretty much symbolizing the numerology of the 666. You know what I'm saying? That's a satanic symbol. And also, it's satanic because I'll tell you more about the propaganda later on, but the core philosophies of the game, and it tries to deflect on real truth. So first of all, Solid Snake, you play as Snake, and snakes are actually a symbol of the devil. And also Raiden is the character we're going to play as in this game too. So we're going to actually skip the first section of Solid Snake because it's kind of too short, and I don't really like the level, to be honest. And we'll play as Raiden. But Raiden actually is a Japanese word meaning lightning. And lightning, like Kojima has lightning under his symbol there, the same thing. They're all satanic because they worship Satan, because all of these games push the same core philosophies. Interesting, right? What's up guys, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to talk about a very interesting episode. We're going to talk about a very interesting topic. It's actually regarding Metal Gear Solid. Is the main character, is the antagonist evil? Is Solid Snake, or is Snake the antagonist? How is Metal Gear Solid satanic? Okay, so I'm just going to quickly give you guys some background about a little bit about Christianity and the New World Order and the satanic agenda. Okay, so pretty much there is a God, and he created everything, and he came here in human form to give people a message, because he's a higher dimensional being and we cannot understand infinity, so he came down as a human to teach man, and he gave us, you know, things we had to follow, laws and rules and such, and died for our sins, sacrificed himself in blood, because blood is actually spiritual currency. That's why Satanists thrive on it so much. That's why spiritual realm relies on blood sacrifice in the old Bible, the old days, but Jesus Christ was the last sacrifice. So God gave Satan, a fallen angel that was a high-ranking fallen angel, temporary powers on earth to rule, to, I guess, tempt man, and they can have freedom of choice, and they can choose to become evil and do what thou will, do whatever you want. That's what Satan wants. He wants everyone to do whatever they want. So he has agendas that he's promoting, and he's using all media. He's affecting all these people to create these medias. The agendas are always the same thing. They always promote rock music, sexuality, drinking, alcohol use, of course, drug use, injections of sorts, jabberoo, you know, the thing that they say it's going to help us, but actually is going to hurt us, because lots of this unnatural thing in our putting inside of us is actually unnatural, and the best way to heal things is naturally. Every disease has a natural antithesis. I believe that. There's a way to kill, you know, cancer. So what he wants is, he wants a one world agenda. He wants to control everything, see everything. So in the world, in the future, he's going to create, he's manipulating the governments to create a one world government with people, with all the people have no powers, and we all have to follow one world religion, one world. There's going to be one world currency. It's going to be a crypto digital currency. We're all going to have microchips in our head and our right hand for those who accept, and the rest of those are going to be probably executed, and we can't worship any other god except for their Baphomet, evil demon creature that wants us to do whatever we want with children, etc. So they actually promote anything to do anything with anyone, and to do, transhumanism, and they also promote like merging man with machine. They want to invert everything. He wants to invert everything, so he wants to do everything the opposite of what God made. He wants to promote, bisexuality and homosexuality, and promote promiscuity and sex and no meaning, and he wants to promote a lot of stuff to hurt and destroy humans. And also they will promote that technology will help us become better and we can become godlike. That's what they also promote, the evolution of man. The man can become godlike, and that man evolved from apes, and that evolution is real, and that aliens perhaps exist, and they seeded Earth. Perhaps they could have genetically manipulated human prehistoric apes into us today through our genetics. So they believe in genetic manipulation, and they promote survival of the fittest. So they promote all this stuff to make us think that we can evolve into higher beings, like these aliens or like these other higher dimensional beings, just so that you see that. Okay, and how is it? I'm just gonna read these bullet points. So pretty much Metal Gear Solid has so many truths in the game, and it promotes lies, I guess, such as like the transhumanistic nanomachine technology, and also deflects upon truth. So it actually has a lot of truth in the real game and deflects upon it. Like the DARPA agencies, higher level members of DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. These guys are like studying and going into deep advanced for military warfare and such. The military industrial complex for the American government. And they're saying that the DARPA chief was bribed. Such stuff like this happens in real life, and then when it's brought up by a normal citizen, it would be automatically deemed a conspiracy. Another thing they talk about is when the president in Metal Gear Solid 2, I thought it was very interesting when the president of the United States, when Raiden meets the president, and he actually is divulging information about how there is a secret hidden ruling class of elite billionaire class or trillion, and they're part of a council of 12. They're essentially the ones that dictate all humanity and all our public laws, our system.
I wanted power. They sought destruction.
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
But you're the president. You have power.
No, I'm just a figurehead.
Huh?
I don't have any control. The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind this country. I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance.
Huh?
Politics, the military, the economy. They control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it's the truth. The space defense, income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks. Think about it. Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
This country is shaped and controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown what they want to believe. What you call government is actually a well-staged production aimed at satisfying the public.
Huh?
Don't look at me like that. I'm legally sane, you know.
It's not your sanity that worries me.
The Patriots. Even I don't know who the actual members are. Are they financial, political, or military leaders? No one knows who the Patriots really are. Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every key decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? The White House?
Merely puppets. Pawns in a game.
And They're the ones who like pretty much create the whole illusion about voting, that he's just a puppet, he's just a figurehead, and he was trying to actually work with these terrorists who actually are good in the game to gain more power, to actually join their ranks and have more real power, because he was tired of being a puppet. So the game has a lot of Illuminati satanic symbolism, such as one-eyed symbolism. The whole series had Snake had one-eyed symbolism. Also, there's a symbol of killing your father, killing your creator. He's the one who you, example, they're the ones who created you, essentially by being your teacher, your master, and you're the one who's supposed to go kill them, right? So you're gonna go kill your father. It's just like the elites, they want to kill and take over God because they believe they can actually destroy God and become God using technology and having knowledge. Essentially, you play as Solid Snake. The snake is a symbol of the devil, and Raiden is the next character you play as. And actually, Raiden and Kojima, both of them have the symbolism of lightning, because Raiden in Japanese means lightning, and Kojima has lightning his symbol, and that's because they have the same philosophy. All these corporate leaders and all these high member government people and all these people in the high level military government, military industrial complex, and all the people in the high level Jesuit order and the Illuminati and the secret societies, they all know that they believe in the same nonsense philosophies, and they believe that Satan, he is the light bearer, the light bringer, and and in the Bible it says that he is symbolized as lightning falling from heaven, because God sent the angels to kick him out of heaven, and when he got his ass kicked, he fell from heaven and he fell like lightning. He's an angel, right? So he became a fallen angel, and he took control of Earth, right? Temporarily. So play as a Solid Snake. It's a game about revenge. Killing anyone in any game is bad. I'm not going to start giving you a speech about violence, because I myself am an aggressive person. I love martial arts and combat, but I want to tell you that video games affected that. I'm not going to say entirely about me and my persona, but I played a lot of video games since I was a young kid, and I'm going to say it affected me a bit. I'm not going to lie. And games about revenge, any movie about revenge, anything about revenge, glorifying revenge. God is the last revenge. God is the only one who should take revenge. So anyone who does wrong to you, you should actually allow it to let go past, forgive them and let it go by, because more revenge causes more revenge, more hatred, right? Let revenge go by, right? God is the last revenge. And the game divulges about secret group that controls humanity. Again, this is a form of deflection. I don't think Kojima did this to tell us any secret tips. It's just because they want to deflect, so that if I say, hey guys, youth, there's a hidden ruling class that uses their wealth to manipulate everyone, monopolize everything, they're gonna laugh and say, ha ha ha, that's from Teen Titans. Illuminati confirmed. That's from Metal Gear Solid. That's just from video games. That's just from movies like Sherlock Holmes. My goodness, it's in like literally everything. And in Metal Gear Solid, they talk about the flow of information, control the flow of information, how the elites were afraid of the internet, and how it's become a way for information to be spread in a very fast way, and now they need a way to control it. So they were building a big machine, a new Metal Gear, which was like a fortress that could actually control information as well as other things. But that's already happened, dude. Google is actually that Metal Gear. Google is the new Metal Gear, and Google controls all our information. If you guys Google search anything, any conspiracy, I can guarantee you the first things that you're gonna see that hit up, like the first things that search up, are going to be things that deflect and say whatever you're searching for is fake and never happened. So essentially, this is how they work. They're actually showing the truth hidden in plain sight. This is what the game is doing. It's like a spell. It's showing the truth in plain sight. And essentially, you are a puppet for the secret society, the secret Illuminati, and you are sent to assassinate the good guys, Foxhound, who are trying to destroy the Illuminati.
Our father, Big Boss, sought to free himself from that chokehold. His dream was to create an army of free citizens, one that answered to no government. Outer heaven. But he failed because of you. 9 years ago, I tried to free us from the control of our genes. 4 years later, our dear brother Solidus sought to free us from the control of the Patriots' means. All of it was nothing more than a process of trial and error, the end result of which is Outer Haven. To be free from sons of the Patriots, the ultimate form of external control imposed on the Patriot soldiers. Free from Foxdie. Free from the system. free from ID control. Our minds free from their prisons. That is the haven I've yearned for.
So you're sent to kill your best friend. So you do kill your best friends, or your father, in that case the creator. Game actually pushes the bullshit evolution genetics nonsense that man has evolved from an ape and that we're evolving, and that they're actually cracked the code on using genetic manipulation and genetic and that you're actually a product of man. You're actually the most powerful soldier, but you're actually created by not God, by man.
True. You and I are.
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all of the old man's dominant genes. I got all the flawed, recessive genes. Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
So you're saying I'm the dominant one?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Ha! Love? It's hate. His choosing me, knowingly, to be the inferior one? For this, I want revenge. You don't even understand this. You, who could kill your own real father. You stole my chance for revenge. Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him. I will destroy him. We're on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The genome soldiers suffer from the same problem, signs of symmetry. So do I, as do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? Because it increases the chances that shared genes will be transmitted to future generations. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. That we will help our blood relatives is inscribed in our very genes. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then, I'm going to go beyond, in order to break the curse of my heritage.
So it's a humanistic video game. Humanistic. That man is going to replace God because man is the superior. It acts like the Patriots can be stopped. In the second one, I believe that they acted like, oh, we got the name of the list of people and that the Patriots are going to be stopped. It's not that easy. Once they found out that you're against them, they're going to do a huge smear campaign, and by the time you take your next trips to the next country, you're already going to be a terrorist.
Colonel, how deeply are they involved in all of this?
The Patriots, you mean?
The data we got from Arsenal Gear was a load of crap. 12 founders who have all been dead for 100 years. Give me a break. We know they exist today. If the purpose of this battlefield control system is to control IDs, it fits in with their plans perfectly.
Seizing control of the world's ID systems and then using them to manipulate the economy and information flow. For the Patriots, that's the ultimate prize. You might say the Patriots are the embodiment of the war economy.
Everything that Solidus feared 5 years ago, it's all come to pass.
Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information.
Now, with the media and global opinion under complete control, not even the UN can stand up to them.
Then Liquid's insurrection is against them.
Exactly. It would seem as though Liquid has taken up Big Boss's cause. An age of persistent universal warfare. A world where mercenaries are free from domination. In a sense, the Outer Heaven Big Boss envisioned is already a living reality.
You mean the PMCs and their war business?
And they're gonna send the whole world's military to attack you. So essentially, you're a puppet that can never. Solid Snake can never accomplish his goals. So again, you're playing as Solid Snake, a snake who's the symbol of the devil, right? And Raiden, who's lightning, who's symbol of Satan. And that you can, as Solid Snake, you never accomplish your goals because, first of all, in the first 2 Game Boy games, he was sent to kill Big Boss. He never did it. Second one, he was sent to kill Big Boss and fought Gray Fox before he became the ninja, cyborg ninja, and he failed to kill both of them, and he failed to stop Metal Gear's creation, and he failed to kill Big Boss because Big Boss came back in the 4th one. He failed to stop Ocelot. He failed to stop Outer Heaven's main mission. So essentially, he's never stopped anything. He didn't do nothing. I bet you if he did nothing, it would have been better probably. I bet you if he didn't get involved, nothing would have happened. So you kill your father figure. There's a lot of, it's very interesting, but why is this the same damn like thing being pushed? The same damn story. So let's say in Star Wars, Luke, he's the main character. He goes through like an arc. He becomes more powerful and then he meets his father, the creator, and kills him. Or let's see, Bioshock. You find out that you go through genetic manipulation. You use an injection. You inject yourself, right? That's what the game promotes. And I need to talk about that again with the nanomachines and transhumanism and the injection. But also a lot of games, they have injections like Far Cry Instincts. Anyway, that the game can be promoted like injecting yourself is going to be a good thing. That's what they do to heal yourself or to act like in movies like there's a virus, deadly disease, and that you have to, you could just search it up and that every single movie has some kind of deadly disease that you need a injection and something to jab inside of you that's going to help save you or cure you or save humanity.
I've already added the Fox Die vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Yeah, why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Die.
Example, Bioshock, there's a lightning symbol because you get the first plasmid you get that genetically modifies your DNA, makes you have lightning powers, and that you kill your creator, the creator of the city that you're in underwater, and that you kill him and that you leave that barrier. Or like look at the Truman Show, the movie. Truman, he's trapped in a dome and he actually disobeys the creator, who is actually the creator of the whole building, and they're filming him in a movie, and he actually leaves. He disobeys his creator and leaves that place. Or like another movie that I saw is called Snowpiercer, and in the movie the main character, he actually kills the creator of the train that holds all last humanity because Earth's frozen. And the train is the only last hope. It goes around the world in circles, and that's the only way it can heat itself. Kind of an interesting movie, but in the front of the train, it has all the most resources and all the rich people, and all the back of the train is like people fighting to survive. It's very interesting. And then the guy fights all the way to the beginning, and spoiler alert, he kills the creator. But why is the same message there? It's in all these things, and I bet you if I look deeper, I would find it in other types of games and movies. So the game has one-eyed symbolism, lightning symbolism, satanic symbolism. It promotes sexuality in a lot of subtle ways, and I'm not going to go into the violence and sexuality part, but again, God doesn't want us to play video games. Okay, God does not want, and he's saying that to me too. And again, transhumanism. So there's no way that man can ever be merging with machine. It's going to be working out. I know that in the future the corporations are going to say we found a way, and there's going to be some kind of hack way that they can bypass humanity, and I mean bypass maybe 50 years and live longer, but it's going to be torturous. It's going to be a trick. I don't even know if it's going to work, because they're essentially going to say, it's like in that I forgot, I think I saw it in Deus Ex, like they're going to need to buy some type of chemical because the body's going to reject the metal, because the Bible says that clay and metal can't mix, meaning the human body, the Bible has so much wisdom, and meaning that the human body will reject all metal. They cannot ever merge with it properly, so that it's going to be rejecting the metal, and that humans are going to have to take some kind of chemical to be able to stay alive, essentially, and that this corporation is going to be using that to become the one most powerful trillionaire company. Anyway, in the game, actually, Deus Ex, that guy wanted to become God. Interesting. It's satanic. I mean, the X stands for satanic, Satan. Satan has many symbols. The original Twin Snake's Liquid Snake, your polar opposite, he actually was trying to save his comrades because there was a genome army. They were all created in the likeness of their father, Big Boss, and they used the genetics to create Liquid and Solid was superior and Liquid was the leftovers, even though he still seemed pretty powerful to me, but he wasn't as dominant, and then Snake kills him. But anyway, he wanted to get a injection that would save all his soldiers.
I've already added the Fox dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
Just like kind of like it's mentally preparing humanity to say, hey, yeah, we will accept whatever they say that we need to put in our body. How about homeless people? They haven't taken nothing and they're still alive. I didn't take anything and I'm still alive. Never even got sick. A lot of people in the game died of a heart attack in the first Metal Gear Solid, so I'm just gonna say that. So I also want to talk about how the symbol for Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, is actually it's actually very interesting. Someone online mentioned that it's a they couldn't really word it how the game is satanic, right? But they see the symbols such as the peace sign, and they said that that's actually not a peace sign as we know it, but actually it's Nero's broken cross, which I'm not going to show the photo of it, but it represents Jesus Christ on the cross, and the cross is fallen over, which could either be a mockery of Jesus and showing the inverted cross, as the Satanists love to invert everything that God stands for, which is why they use the rainbow for the transgender agenda and the LGBTQ agenda, because they want to mock God. It's not because they want to use it as a beautiful colors and represent all diversity. It's because they want to insult God, because God chose the rainbow as a symbol that he would never flood the world again. That he would never, he had to destroy the earth because the genetics were so messed up at the time. Because back in the day, they were doing genetic stuff, messing with genetics, and they're going to be doing the same thing today. And that's what this game is about. They want to say, hey, man can eventually mess with genetics and make purified people, make everything better, make ourselves stronger, better, advanced, evolve into stronger human beings, advanced with technology. And the game's about that, transhumanism. Like, they show that nanomachines can actually stop a disease, that they can actually prolong your life, that they can give you enhanced powers like Raiden. You can be like a crazy powerful ninja, which is so cool. You could have they have implants, they have internet in their brain, they can talk to one another. In Metal Gear Solid 4, Foxhound, well, the new Foxhound, they Meryl's team, they actually could communicate through implants, and they actually were all connected and were acting as one. They were all synchronized, their movements, which made them incredibly more deadly in battle. And they could read map data, information, intel on the fly, because they had a connection to their brain. And they have, in those times, this is like the Mark of the Beast era, where everyone has implants in their head and microchips, and everyone has like credits, no one has like cash, and people scan stuff with their right hand, right? Just like in the Bible, it predicts all this stuff. But they're gonna have internet in their brain, and they're gonna say, hey, this is so awesome, like, you're gonna be so much better. But in the end, you're gonna be hacked in your brain, or you're gonna be controlled, or yeah, you're gonna be just. You're just gonna, and they're gonna say you can live forever, but it's a bullshit lie. And also, it's just a form of control. And then also they say, and you're gonna lose your soul. And then, in the old days when they were doing genetic creations, whenever they made something in the lab, like genetically created, like a clone or something, that thing did not have a soul.
With the completion of the Human Genome Project in the last century, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA, they were able to identify more than 60 soldier genes responsible for everything from strategic thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted using gene therapy into the members of the next generation special forces.
So when it dies, it doesn't have a soul. It cannot be saved. Anyway, so I want to touch on one thing. They actually do necromancy in the game, reanimation, because Solid Snake killed Grey Fox, and then they reanimated his corpse, and he came back to life. So Snake failed to actually eliminate him forever, permanently, and he actually came back as a zombie, zombified, pretty much. Like, and they did experiments to bring him back to life and stuff, but yeah. That's against God, and they want to show like all this stuff is possible technology, but it's not possible. And every game is always talking about pushing the evolution line, and if you look into it deeply, there is no evidence for evolution. The game divulges truths about crimes against humanity, genetic testing, military-industrial complex, DARPA chief taking bribes, Illuminati, the president being a puppet. Also, maybe we could add some homosexuality, but that's always been in Japanese culture, but not to have anything with actually them, because I have friends that are, but just the actual promotion of it. God does not hate them, but what they're doing, and I don't think kids should be seeing that in pride parades. People who are homosexual, that they've actually brought a lot of things towards society, like they've been very good in their art, their music, their clothing design, or other such things they've done, but they don't talk about that in those events. They just talk about the sex part. And I want to say that last thing here that is very interesting, that I found this in the comment, that Metal Gear Solid 4 Project Ito, a novel that has lines like, "I don't believe in God, Otacon, so you're the only one whom I can pray to."
You lie! So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then. You enjoy all the killing, that's why. What? Are you denying it? Haven't you already killed most of my comrades?
That was...
I watched your face as you delivered the coup de grace. Oh, it reflected such vitality.
Anyway, guys, so thank you guys for watching, and I think that's why, in the end, Metal Gear Solid is satanic, and Solid Snake is evil. Peace.